Today I decided I wanted to try the top 1% woman routine. For the next 24 hours, I will be living like that woman. The one that shows up for herself no matter what and prioritizes her routines, health, and habits. So this week I have decided that I'm going to be following the top 1% woman routine. I recently came across this term, which is basically referring to a high value woman. This actually has nothing to do with your financial status, how aesthetic your life is, or the way you look. Being the top 1% woman is all about your habits and being able to do the things that most people would avoid. Even when no one is watching, you still show up for yourself. And after looking into this further, I accumulated this list of the main characteristics that make up the top 1% woman, which includes having clear goals, high self-respect and confidence, being consistent/reliable, meaning always following through with the promises you make to yourself and others, and lastly, being unstoppable. I also decided to put together a routine for myself to follow every single day, which is based on the habits of the top 1% women, which we're now going to be getting into. After completing my routine this morning, I decided to get into some journaling before starting my day. This is also something that you can do the night before at the end of the day. First thing I like to write out is a quick to-do list, which usually will consist of maybe the top 3 things that I need to prioritize today. I also like to reflect on the day before, write down what went well in the last day and what you could do better today. And this journaling session literally took me 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be anything crazy as long as it gives you a clear vision of what your day will look like. Now let's talk about choosing matcha over coffee. This isn't just because I think it's delicious, but because there's actual science behind why it's better for you. Let me explain. When you're looking for that energy boost in the mornings, matcha not only contains caffeine, but is also loaded with L-theanine. So instead of feeling that quick energy spike / crash that coffee gives you, matcha will help you maintain steady energy and concentration for hours. I'm currently starting the morning with my beautiful, gorgeous green matcha. Just look at the color. This is literally the size of my head. I'm literally just staring at myself in the camera right now, thinking about how lucky and grateful I am that I'm literally standing in front of my 2 YouTube plaques and this beautiful view of New York that I still can't get over. Making my daily yogurt bowl is what I look forward to every morning. I've been so obsessed with using this Trader Joe's thick and creamy Greek yogurt. I will just top this with some fruits, granola, and jam. I'm not sure why I have this habit of always eating my food standing up in my kitchen. Like, you will never see me eating my food at the table for literally no reason. You guys have no idea how excited I am right now to go outside because the weather is finally reaching over 50 degrees. It's basically summer now. Literally yesterday I was outside walking, appreciating and feeling so grateful for the 40-degree weather. And I've been dreaming of warmer days where I don't have to wear a huge coat or 10,000 layers. And since today seems to be the first official warm sunny day out here in New York, I want to be outside all day. I'm gonna be taking full advantage. I even want to go out on a run. I don't even remember the last time I did that. When it comes to exercise, you cannot make excuses. Any form of daily movement, whether it's going on a walk, stretching, or a workout class, will level up your brain power and affect your daily mood, focus, and memory. A little fact I learned from Dr. Faye is that when we work out, our brain releases more BDNF, which is a protein that helps brain cells grow and form stronger connections. So if you're needing motivation to get yourself to go to the gym, remind yourself that exercise will prime your brain for success. If you're trying to be snatched by summer 2026, I need to put you guys on. This is what you need to be eating at least once a week. One thing I've been really proud of recently is how on top I've been with my health and fitness. You don't understand. I went from somebody who hates working out and hates eating healthy to someone that now looks forward to working out and enjoys eating healthy. For dinner tonight, I'm gonna be cooking up a sweet potato. Step 1 is stabbing the potato a couple times. I've been thinking I really want to do a what I eat in a week video. I'm just not sure if you guys find those boring. I do feel like the video would be so good though because I've been so locked in and I've accumulated so many yummy and healthy recipes over the last year. It's kind of crazy now. Whenever I look back at my old videos, I can actually tell how much I have physically changed. But anyways, enough of the rant. I'm gonna be leaving that sweet potato to cook for about an hour while we quickly get into some other things. Let's unbox some new artwork that I just got from my room. As I've mentioned in the past, I get really bored of my room really quickly. I feel like I'm constantly needing to switch it up or else I will go insane. I just hate when it stays looking the same way for too long, and it feels like the main thing that really makes a difference in my room is the artwork. Like every time I walk into my room, I want to be able to feel inspired, and lately the artwork that I have hung up hasn't really been doing that for me. And so I got really excited when I discovered this website called Desenio. I was scrolling on their website and they have the cutest artwork. Like, this is literally screaming me. Like, she's just a girl laying on her couch with her cute PJs, her cat loafed up next to her, and reading a book. This is literally my life in a picture. I had also picked out this one that was really speaking to me for some reason. There's not much going on with this one, but I feel like it just matches the vibes of the other two pieces I got. I do actually already have one hung up on my wall. Let me go grab it. This is another art piece I had also picked up from Desenio recently, which has to be my absolute favorite. I love the way that they made sure to mail these super protected. Just look at how perfect. I feel like these complement each other really well. When it comes to picking out wall art, I am so indecisive. I like being able to actually visualize what the art piece is gonna look like on my wall. And what I like about Desenio is that you can actually create a gallery wall art with the posters that they have on their website so that you can get an idea of what the art will look like on your wall before buying it. And of course, I did get a code for you guys. If you type in Adela, it'll give you 45% off posters and 20% off frames and canvases from March 1st to 31st. So make sure to go check out Desenio for more inspiration. And this code, by the way, does not include personalized prints. Let's talk about how learning is hot. Engaging in continuous learning is so necessary nowadays that doom scrolling has taken over our lives. It's so much worse for me since I stopped going to school. It's now up to me to make an effort to make sure I'm learning something new every day, whether it's picking up a book, reading articles, or just being conscious of the media I'm consuming. As long as I'm making that effort every day to feed my brain with knowledge, I will literally just pick a random subject sometimes that I'll go and just spend hours researching and becoming super knowledgeable on. This is one of the books I would highly recommend when it comes to implementing healthy habits into your everyday life and changing the way you think. Since we are on the topic of learning, I wanted to share some of my learnings from this week. I recently became addicted to Substack, mainly because when it comes to spending time on social media, I would rather spend my time on apps like Substack or Pinterest or even Spotify where I can listen to podcasts, because when I spend time on these apps, it actually feels like I'm getting inspired and learning something new. So let's talk about some of the articles I read recently that stood out to me and even tie well with the subject of becoming the top 1% woman. By the way, I am looking down at my notes because whenever I read an article, I like to journal about it. First, I read about how to be a great conversationalist. And this was so interesting because I feel like I'm such a good listener, but when it comes to doing the talking, I start overthinking if I'm sounding too boring or uninteresting, and being able to communicate well is such a good skill to have. I'm constantly even trying to improve my vocabulary, and I love using big fancy words for no reason. Next, there's this article about habits that make you sound more articulate. And this one is good. For a while, I've been saying that hobbies make you more of an interesting person, but this article touches more on habits you could implement into your daily life that you wouldn't have even thought of. There was also this article about what the F is a regulated nervous system, which is actually one of the things you should be prioritizing when trying to become the top 1% woman. It took me a while to understand what this meant, but this article does a great job at breaking that down. I also really liked how to understand more of what you read, since reading more books is one of my goals this year. And lastly, as for podcasts that I've been listening to, I'm not gonna lie, I get bored of podcasts really easily. And the only one recently that actually keeps me engaged the entire time is The Psychology of Your 20s. They have a lot of good self-improvement episodes. Recently, I also just discovered Working Hard with Grace Beverly, and I really liked this episode called Your Ultimate Personal Finance Reset for 2026. It talks about budgeting, investing, saving, and systems. So now this is your sign to stop doom scrolling, get off TikTok, and you guys should go comment what your screen time is looking like right now, because mine is not looking cute right now. I genuinely don't know what I do on my phone for that long, but we will be fixing this. I'm going to quickly get ready to go out right now. While I snack on some dates, these have been my hyperfixation. I can't stop eating dates with peanut butter and chocolate. I'm also forcing myself to drink this whole thing before I head out. Something I spoke about recently in my videos is the importance of rebuilding trust with yourself. I've been complaining that I feel that this has been the root of my problems. And so this is something I've been slowly working on every day. I've been making small promises to myself that I know I will follow through with. Every day I told myself I was gonna start doing my makeup and making sure to get ready every time before I go out. Like, no matter the occasion, as long as I'm putting effort to make sure I feel confident when I step out of my apartment. I'm literally gonna work out right now, but I'm still doing a tiny bit of makeup. And as I mentioned, I do have a water goal set for myself every day. Another habit I've been making sure to incorporate into my daily routine is making sure to pick up after myself. So every day before I leave my apartment, I will take 5 minutes to just pick stuff up off the ground, maybe vacuum or just tidy up a little bit. My point is, if I can prove to myself that I can keep these little promises to myself every single day, then slowly I can start building up that trust and work my way back up to keeping bigger promises. I used to be somebody that would always keep promises that I made to myself, which is how I think I was able to get to this point in my life. By the way, I recently got sent this bronze kit from Too Faced. This is not sponsored, but I literally just used their pencils for my entire makeup routine. For the last days when I just want to do a quick makeup look, I will literally just use one of these for my lip liner, blush, eyeshadow, and eyeliner. Lastly, when it comes to becoming the top 1% woman, it isn't all about productivity. I know it's easy to get caught up in the chaos of your busy schedule, but we cannot neglect ourselves. So it's important to dedicate some time every week to pamper yourself, to prep for productive days. This is also your reminder to also set time to spend quality time with others, because this will truly make the biggest difference.